What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio1Tutorials.com, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new VST from Lethal Audio. What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio1Tutorials.com. Don't forget to stop by Studio1Tutorials.com and take advantage of a premium membership and bonus member content. Today, we're going to be looking at a brand new synth from Lethal Audio. This one is called Lethal. It is a Rompler synth that is kind of, you know, if you had to compare it to something, you could say it's kind of coming for that Nexus space, you know, a ton of presets, all different types of instruments, and you know, it's gonna be upgradable. One of the main things that really drew me to this when I was looking on their site is that if you buy it now, it's $199. If you buy it now, they give you free expansion packs all the way up until June of 2017, and from the looks on their site, it looks like they already have about 6 or 7 that are planned for the future. So the first thing, this tutorial, I'm not really going to be flicking through presets and listening to every single sound. I wanted to show you guys what I thought was really great about this synth, in that when I went through it, I noticed that this is the type of synth that somebody who's just starting out could buy and they could make a complete track with. Everything that you see in blue is coming from Lethal, and I want you to pay attention to, I'm recording right now, and look at my performance bar, and look what happens when I start to play. This is probably the coolest thing about this synth so far. All right, so as you could hear, just off rip, it's definitely a workhorse synth. The And it's real easy to to make things sound good. Like let's get into this first sound, this stutter lead right here. You know, when I was making this beat, I was just having so much fun going through the features of the synth. You know, I wanted to make a few different parts that were just kind of showed the versatility of the synth and just how easy it is to make these presets unique in your own. So the first thing I had was this lead, And normally in another synth, in order to get that little stutter that comes on the second note, I would go into like Effect Tricks or Stutter Edit or maybe even Looperator and program it like that. This synth right here has a very cool transgate. It has, you know, every time breakdown that you could possibly think of. You can go ahead and like you go ahead and save it into, you know, into the system, like save this preset right here. So if you wanted to like save it, name it Stutter Lead, and then it'll always be there for you to go ahead and use in the future. It has its own presets for you to pick from. So that is really awesome. I like that a lot because, you know, when you program something, especially something like an effect, you know, it that might wind up being like a signature sound for you. So you want to be able to have that ability to do that. And the the patch for that is just let's see here. We're under leads. Yeah, it's this lead called Trans Lead 9. In the lead section, I mean, they have so many leads, and that was one of the strongest parts of this preset. They did a really, I mean, the synth. They did a really amazing job on programming the leads and just providing you with some really great starting points. They don't sound like the leads that everybody has right now. They sound like stuff that you hear in brand new production. It isn't just your same like rehashed, you know, detuned trance saw. Some really cool stuff in there. The piano was really easy to play, get a decent sound out of. You know, just a really bright piano that gives you a lot to work with. You know, I prefer to have for a program like this to give me, you know, a really huge bright shiny piano as opposed to, you know, as opposed to something more dull with with the lid closed that would be harder to, you know, harder to get to sit in the mix if you needed more highs. You know, it's easier to take stuff away than to put it back in order to make this sound the way that I got it, I just went to the effects tab. Adding effects in this thing is really easy. You just right click and you have a choice between reverb, delay, chorus, distortion, equalizer, and a bit crusher. The bit crusher sounds really cool. And I just kind of, you know, every effect that's on this beat, I didn't use any outside processing. I just used the effects that are in Lethal, and they really hold up to where if you were the type of producer who didn't necessarily, you know, couldn't go get a you know, something like Complete or a Waves bundle or, you know, or you know, an exotic reverb, you could still work within the confines of these effects and get, you know, and create yourself a nice space, which is, you know, all you want to do with reverb and delay. I went into the Plucks, grabbed this guy out. And again, this was just going into the effects, just changing the timing of the effects. I got an 8 dotted and a quarter note, which I think is really cool. How you can kind of go from stereo to ping pong to mono, and then adjust your delay times on the left and the right. That's something that's like native to um, of delay plugins like Echo Boy or something, which is like comes from the $500 Sound Toys plugin. You know, a lot of delays don't let you adjust the left and the right, which is really a powerful thing because it's how you can get. I mean, this delay makes this sound. This is a very simple pluck, but when you play it with the delay, that's what gives it the flavor. You know, I mean, I could make that pluck in 5 minutes on any synth, but this delay option isn't on every synth, and that is a significant advantage to having something like this. Um, Sounds like this one right here. that's a pitched uplifter. If you hold this note out longer, it plays as a riser, which is really great. If you look here, they give you 19 risers. These are like these trendy EDM voice stabs that you hear in like a lot of chill trap and stuff like that, which you could totally use in regular hip hop productions. These were I was really excited to hear these. Um, they got regular white noise, so you could program your own sweeps. Once you get nice with the synth game, and then they have 10 downlifters and 4 drones. So this is really cool to have in this package. I always hear a lot of people hitting me up wanting to know, like, yo, how do I make risers and sweeps? And I'm just starting out and I want to program my own. If you're looking for a synth to get into, having something like this at your fingertips that you can use, and it sounds good in the mix, and you have powerful effects to affect it with, and really make it your own, is going to be a significant advantage when you're starting out. Because my channel is all about taking somebody who's starting out, or who doesn't necessarily have a tremendous amount of experience in production, and rapidly advancing them to a similar level as somebody who has years and years of experience. And it's all about the tools, and this is definitely something that can help out because of that reason. This sound right here, what is this one? This is one of the bounce leads. Really cool leads. The This, I use the drive. I really like these two knobs right here, the drive and the shine. The shine acts kind of like a high frequency exciter, and the drive is distortion. Just really great effects right here. This is awesome. Honestly, I didn't really play too much with the expander. The Unison is really cool. To take one of these already big sounds and then add more voices to them and detune them really allows you to personalize the sounds within here. And what I've been seeing a lot on like different forums and different Facebook posts is, every time they post this synth, you get those you get these synth nerds who just look at it and they're like, oh no, it's just like Nexus. I can't make my own patches. I will crumble under the weight of nerdiness if I can't make my own patches. And that's just ridiculous. Like, if you're good enough to make your own patches, and you've worked hard enough at being a sound designer, that's great. That is fantastic. Good for you, pal. But if you're just starting out and you're going to be making music for the next 10, 15, 20 years because you love it and you want to get a jump start, there's nothing wrong with using something like this. What would make me use something like this is just that there is so much to do with the sounds already. This isn't Omnisphere, but I look at it like an Omnisphere type of vibe, where you have these pre-designed wavetables, that you can go and affect with Unison and vibrato and different envelopes. Cool thing I seen in this, and what even made me look at it to begin with, was this button right here. They've went ahead and added 4 saw waves, 4 sine waves, and 3 square waves. So it absolutely functions like a traditional synth, in that you can go from a bare wave and program your own sound. Now, this is a V1, so what I hope for in the future is, if you're gonna let me do this, let's go ahead and add a modulation matrix. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some LFOs in here that I can go ahead and just turn all of these knobs however I want. But it's a V1, so I'm gonna let Lethal live on that one. It's more designed as a romper than a synth, so I'm not gonna judge it like a traditional synth. Last but not least is you guys heard this 808. It's a pretty big bass sound. That is not an 808 sample. That is Lethal again. I was really happy and impressed with how easy it was to make, like a really big fat 808. Again, didn't use any outside processing on it. Didn't put decapitator on it, and I was able, using the drive and the shine knobs, to be able to get a nice distorted shiny sound on the 808. And I like how far you can push that. So to wrap it all up, my overall impression of the synth after making a track, and just really getting deep into it, and using it how it's supposed to be used, as opposed to just flicking through presets and showing you guys, is that this is a totally usable synth for making great music. And this type of thing, like, I would say that this synth is best suited for someone who's just starting out and is looking and has problems, and is looking for a solution. Like, you're working with stock plugins. You're trying to do the right thing and not download a bunch of stuff. You don't necessarily have a powerful computer, and you're looking for a plugin that you can run multiple instances of and not bog down your computer, have good performance. You're looking for multiple sounds like 808s, leads, pads, strings, guitars, pianos, and all that, and you're looking for it in one plugin. And you're interested in an expandable plugin, because, again, like I said before, like, the most attractive part of this synth, besides the sound, the ECUs, and the features, is the fact that they're going to be furnishing you with free expansion packs until 2017, till June 2017, mid 2017. Free expansion packs. If you remember how Nexus started out, Nexus was not dope like that until they started dropping those expansion packs, and really getting into it, and they were beating you in the head for 60, $70 every time. you know Lethal is going to give it to you for free. So if you're one of these people that are in my inbox and you're like, yo, what sense should I get, and I tell you Omnisphere, and then you freaking fall into pieces because you look at the price tag and you're like, I can never save $500 ever in my life, it could never happen. Lethal is something that you want to look at and kind of get yourself started in the pro production world. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Shout out to the people at Lethal Audio for putting together a great Rompler, great synth. This is Concrete Zebra. Don't forget to stop by Studio One Tutorials and pick up your premium membership and get access to free bonus member content. Keep it simple, don't be basic, and we'll see you on the next one.